Did you ever have a moment where the world tilted on its axis, where the air crackled and everything you thought was solid turned to dust? Mine happened at 1:47 a.m. on a Tuesday, illuminated by the cold blue glow of my wife's phone. She thought I was asleep, but I was watching the screen's reflection in her eyes as she smiled at a message I knew was in tea for me. It was a casual, intimate smile, the kind she used to give me. The message preview was short, just a few words, odd, but they were enough to shatter a 15-year marriage. Can T wait to have you all to myself and the sun? Forget him, the sun. They were going somewhere sunny. And as that thought crystallized, a cold dread washed over me. A dread that had nothing to do with infidelity and everything to do with the tuition check for our daughter S. First year at Northwestern University that I had just signed. The check that was still sitting on my desk, waiting to be mailed, or so I thought. If you genuinely enjoy our stories, please subscribe to the channel, tell us where you're from, and what time it is right now. It's always fascinating to know how far our story flows. For weeks, Sarah had been different. It was subtle at first. A new perfume, a sudden obsession with a spin class she'd previously mocked, late nights at the office that were never a thing in her 9-to-5 accounting job. When I'd ask, her answers were clipped, dismissive. It's just work, David. You wouldn't get it. The woman I'd loved, the woman who'd share every detail of her day, was now a stranger building walls around herself. The emotional distance was a chasm. She'd flinch if I touched her shoulder. Our conversations became transactional, limited to household logistics and our daughter, Chloe. The villains, her, and this phantom from her phone. It felt untouchable, wrapped in a bubble of shared secrets I couldn't penetrate. The discovery began in pieces, a trail of digital breadcrumbs. A credit card statement I opened by mistake showed a charge for $200 at a restaurant ID. Never heard of the signature room at the 95th. A classic, expensive date spot. We hadn't been on a real date in months. Then there was the phone call I overheard. I was in the garage, and she was in the kitchen, her voice low and syrupy. No, he has no idea, Mark. He's too trusting. Mark. So the phantom had a name. The smugness in her tone made my stomach turn. She wasn't just cheating. She was mocking me for my faith in her. That was the moment the humiliation curdled into something colder. The breaking point came a week later. I came home early, hoping to talk, to salvage something. I found her in our bedroom, on the phone, laughing. She saw me, and her face dropped, the warmth instantly replaced by a mask of cold annoyance. I have to go, she snapped into the phone, hanging up. Who was that? I asked, my voice shaking. Just a coworker. God, you're so needy lately, she said, turning her back to me to organize her closet, a place that was already immaculate. The cruelty of it, the casual dismissal, broke something inside me. The love, the hope, the 15 years of shared history, it all just evaporated. In its place, a quiet, chilling clarity took root. I went to my home office, sat in the dark, and let the pain wash over me. And then I started to think. My first move was quiet. I logged into our joint bank account, the one holding Chloe's college fund. My blood ran cold. A wire transfer for $25,000 made 2 days ago? The recipient? A travel agency specializing in luxury Caribbean resorts? The memo line was blank. But I knew. I just knew. This was their trip. She had stolen our daughter's future to fund a romantic getaway with her secret boyfriend. The sheer audacity of it, the profound selfishness, was breathtaking. I didn't confront her. Instead, I took a screenshot. Then I started digging. I hired a private investigator, a discreet ex-cop, who worked out of a small office in the Loop. I gave him Mark, his name, and the travel dates I pieced together from Sarah's deleted browser history. It was all the proof I needed. While they were gone, sipping cocktails on a white sand beach, I worked. I moved the remaining half of our savings into a new account in my name only. I met with the best divorce attorney in Chicago, a shark named Ms. Albright. I laid out the evidence, the bank statements, the PI's photos of them at O'Hare, holding hands at the gate, the screenshots of the texts I'd managed to recover from our shared cloud account. Ms. Albright listened, her expression unreadable. When I finished, she simply said, "We will not just win, we will annihilate." We prepared the legal traps, timing everything for their return. The day they landed, I was ready. Sarah walked into the house, tanned and glowing, a souvenir bag in her hand. "Hey," she said, a little too brightly. The office retreat was exhausting, but the weather was amazing. I just stared at her. Office retreat? Yeah, the whole department. Team building. She couldn't even look me in the eye. "That's funny," I said, my voice dangerously calm. "'Cause your boss called yesterday asking why you missed a week of work without notice." The color drained from her face. At that exact moment, a man knocked on the door. It was a process server. He handed her a thick envelope. "You've been served," he said flatly. She tore it open, her hands trembling as she read the first page of the divorce filing. Her eyes darted from the words adultery to embezzlement of shared assets. "What is this? What have you done?" she shrieked. "What have I done?" I asked. I tossed a stack of 8x10 glossies onto the coffee table. Her and Mark, kissing by a resort pool. Her and Mark having dinner, his hand on her leg. Her face crumpled. The arrogant, untouchable woman was gone, replaced by a cornered animal. The final social trap was sprung the next day, when the PI's full report, including the details of the stolen college fund, was anonymously emailed to her company's entire HR department and board of directors. The divorce was brutal and swift. She lost everything. The court awarded me the house, full custody of Chloe, and a judgment against Sarah for the money she stole. Her firm fired her for ethics violations. Her friends, our friends, abandoned her when they learned what she'd done to Chloe's future. The last time I saw her, she was moving her things out of the house into a beat-up sedan, her face a hollow mask of despair. Mark was nowhere to be seen. He'd vanished the second the legal trouble started. She was completely, utterly ruined, a ghost in the life we had built. The house is quiet now, just me and Chloe. The silence is heavy sometimes, filled with the ghosts of what used to be. I don't feel triumph, just a profound, chilling emptiness. I died. But I had to burn my own life to the ground to do it.